Good morning. It is the last weekend in August, or Labor Day weekend. Ooh, squeaky, squeaky brakes there. And I thought I'd give you a little update on my vegetable garden. I got a really bad sinus infection and haven't been able to come out to take care of it. So a bunch of things have just looked really sad, in addition to various issues that have developed in the garden over the last few months. For example, one of the new center beds, I reused soil from my grow pots from last year to fill the base of the bed. And I think I have some sort of wilt, and that killed one of my tomatoes and I believe stunted the growth of this squash. It literally never grew and it really doesn't look super healthy. I'm going to take it out today. This one also never really grew, but I suspect this one didn't grow because it's not getting enough sun. So that was probably a mistake on my part. This tomato is looking so happy. It's grown way out of the tomato cage that's up like 6 feet, and it's probably grown another 4 feet over the side, and the cage is collapsing under the weight because I haven't tried to contain it. But I'm gonna pick a bunch and maybe cut back some of the limbs and try and straighten it out today. The strawberries have turned out pretty good. I've had intermittent harvests, which is nice, and pretty much most of the summer, which has been really nice. This tomato pretty much lost all its leaves. It's still doing okay, but I don't know why this tomato pretty much kind of up and died. The fruit's been ripening, but the leaves have been gone for quite some time. The raised bed, I have irrigation in the raised bed, and I don't think you can keep irrigation in this type of bed. It just drains out all the nutrients from the bed. So I found that my cantaloupe leaves have been really peaked, and I did get one cantaloupe off of it. It actually fell, and it was okay. It fell too soon. I have one left still developing, but I'm not sure it's going to be okay. Little babies here that are dying, but I just can't keep enough fertilizer in here to support the plants. The onions come and go. I have some really nice sized bulking up onions, but you can see here, like just right next to it here, this one's very tiny, this one super tiny, this one's got a lot of size. I mean, the best thing I've grown. This one's medium. Then if I look in other locations, say this spot that gets a good amount of sun, these are all relatively tiny. So chaos gardening probably didn't quite work for me, but it was a fun try and a nice experiment. I am not sure what I'm going to do about the wilt issue. I was wondering if I could dig out all the soil, get rid of it, and get new soil maybe. As my research says, there's no solution, so not really sure how to manage that. An update on my pepper plant. So this is the red bell pepper, and it's not looking super healthy. This looks like iron deficiency maybe here. And it never developed any fruit. The yellow bell pepper did develop fruit, but it's taken all summer for it to color up, and some of them have scald. The Shiseido pepper has been pretty productive, and I've been really happy with that. I've had been able to harvest tons of peppers off of this, so that's worked out really well. And of course, the Jimmy Nardello wasn't a Jimmy Nardello. I had put it in this bed, so I got rid of it. Early on, I tested it. It was hot, and I was over it. Beans did okay, but obviously they are really starting to die. I have a lot of issues with leaf hoppers and I'm thinking spider mites all over here too. My attempt to do the tree forming of the zucchini was going okay. It's a lot of work. You have to really stay on it. And I got a sinus infection and wasn't coming outside, and it got too tall and it broke. So this one fell over, and so now half of the plant is now broken. I haven't cleaned it up yet because I wanted to share it with you. I just noticed it yesterday. So the plant is now dying at this point. I still have other shoots going, so maybe they'll take off now that the top is gone. This one got too long for the top, and I had to kind of like lay it over the top of the post, and now it's kind of cascading back down the other side. I'm getting a good number of cucumbers and a good number of squash from this plant, but my squash harvests have been a little sad. I have one more cucumber way up here that I've got to climb way up there to get, and I have a couple more in here developing that I'll pick in a few days. What is that? Does anybody know what that is? Whoosh. I had a weird cucumber develop here. This guy was growing under the side of this bed, and it developed a funky end. So weird stuff happened in here. Over the last month, I started seeing powdery mildew on the yellow straight neck squash. And because I was sick, I didn't have an opportunity to kind of take care of it. So it kind of spread quite a bit. It's unusual for us to get it, but we've had like a weirdly humid summer this year. And I let way too much leaf structure develop on the tree form, which added a lot of weight that made this one fall over the top and made the other one fall over at the top as well, because I didn't keep up on the tying it up. And you can see the network of ties I have here. So if you decide to tree form, you have to make sure you are absolutely committed to regularly coming out and tying it up. Anyway, the vegetable garden has been a season of learning this year. I think the potatoes are almost ready, so we'll see how that goes in maybe another week or two. But yeah, some good things, some bad things. I had issues with squirrels and stuff getting into the garden and stealing my produce. So it's been an interesting season, a lot of lessons learned, but that is the status of my vegetable garden this year. So thank you for joining me for my garden journey.